Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters, and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Let's all come to a parallel position with our feet directly together and underneath our bodies. Backs are straight. We're going to bend our knees and push through the right foot to a point into a passe, to the knee of the other side and down. Let's take it to the other side. Push, lift, little balance, and come down. Push, lift, and come down. Push it, lift, and down. 2 more sets. And lift, and down, and lift. Good. Down. Once more in each direction. And down. Good. Lift, and down. So let's rotate the legs and do the same thing. So we're starting plie, bend, and toe, and bend, and toe, and bend. Point the foot. Lift, and bend, and lift. So you're trying to move your legs and your weight from one leg to the other. Bend and lift. Good. Bend and lift. Good. Bend and up. Excellent. Bend the knees, come back to a parallel position, and let's open up into a wider parallel with your legs right underneath the hips. Bend the knee. Left arm is going to shoot out to the diagonal. So we're getting a little upper body work here. Bend. Repeat that. We're going to take that 4 times. Reach. Bend. Reach. Way out there. Good. Bend. Letting that head go. And reach. Let's take it to the other side. Bend. Reach it over. And bend. Reaching it over. Excellent. Bend. Reach it over. And bend. And reach. Now let's take the same side that you started with and reach way over to the side there. And come in. And reach way out. And bend. Reach it out. Good. Bend the knees. And straighten them. Let's take it to the other side. Bend. Out as far to the side as you can get. Bend. Reach it out. Let that head go. Bend. Reach it out. Excellent. Bend. And reach it out. Let's bring the arm up and over, and let's take some circles up. And as we come down, bend the knees. Lift the arms up, crossing and around. See if you can vary which arm goes in front as you cross and down and out. Good. We're going to take our hands under our hips, bring our legs together again, and take a variation on that bent knee parallel position, passe. So from here, bend, lift the foot up, drop over to a lunge. Now we have to push back, try to balance, and come down. Other side. Lift, reach it out, and up, and down. Sometimes you might overbalance. Drop, and lift, and come down, and up. Drop it out, and lift. Coming down. Let's use some arms. Up, open the arms out, come up again, drop down, and lift. Open it out, and up. Balance. Once more, and lift. Drop it out. Breathe it up. Good. Down, and lift. Drop it out, and lift. And come down. Excellent. Let's open up the legs. We'll take something similar. So from here, bend. Just the legs. Lift. Drop it down into that open position. Come back to a balance and down. Lift. Drop it down and up and come down. Reach it up. Drop it out. Lift it up and down and lift. Drop it down. Lift it up. Let's use the arms. Up. Open out. Balance. Lift and bend. Lift it up. Open it out. Breathe up and bend. Once more in each direction. Drop and lift and down. Breathe up. Drop it out and lift and down. Excellent. Let's come back to a parallel position here, right underneath our hips, and work with our shoulders using our knees. So we have bend coming forward. Straighten up as the shoulders go up. Bend to the back and slide down. Push through, up, bend, drop. 2 more. Forward lift, back, and down. Once more, forward, lift it up, and back, and down. Let's reverse that. Going to the back, lift it up to the front, and down. Making those shoulders really do the circle, and forward, and down as your legs bend, and straighten, and bend. Once more, swing it back, and lift, and front, and down. Good. Coming up right. Let's go. I'm going to turn to the diagonal so that you can see what I'm doing. And we have that still that parallel position. Bend our knees, taking your hands at the side with a flex, and we're going to push our hands forward as our upper body goes back. From here, deep breath in. As you exhale, push more with those hands as those hips come up, so your upper body is being able to go to the farther back of the row there. Good. Bend and come to an upright position. Breathe, push. We'll put it in a nice smooth motion. Hips go forward, legs straight. Reach those hands forward, opening up the front body, and bend. And bring it back up. Again, push. Reach all the way over. As far back as you can get. And come in, bend the knees. And push. Bring it forward with the arms. Hips forward, upper body back. Good. Coming up right, bend the knees. Let's swing our arms behind us. Push the hips forward. So we're doing a variation. Arms swing around. And then again, coming to the front. Bend. Push the hips forward. Let the body go to the back. Up and around. We're trying to build some flexibility in that front back action through the spine. And you're going to feel this in the inside of the arms. Once more. Swing. Push the hips forward. Let the head go. Lift and up. Good. Let the arms drop. Let's take a variation of one of the things that we just did. We have our feet in a parallel position. You're going to have your left arm work here. So bend. As we straighten, we're going to get that same position we had before, but now we're going to lift the arm up and let it swing and let the body go to the other side as the arm wraps around. Lift up and over. So now working on a side action on that spine. Lift and over. Good. Up and bend. Lift it up and over and lift and bend. Coming up, let's take it to the other side. Bend, reach that arm over and up. Swing, let the body go to the opposite direction. Up and over and lift and bend. Swing up, reach it out. Good. Lift and bend. Last time. Up and over. Good. Lift and bend. Excellent. Coming up right. Stabilize yourself. We've done a lot of upper body work, so let's utilize that and take some circles in the upper body position. We're going to take a bent knee, so we have to hold our core together. So from here, we're going to curve the head down, working to the above the waist position. We're not trying to involve the lower spine, and we're curving around. Good. To the back and around to the side and front. We have 3 circles. Around and to the back and to the side and to the front. 2 more. Breathing. Front, around the side, to the back and side. And last time in this direction and side, around, back. Right away, we're going to go to the opposite direction, starting in the front. Front to your other side. Good. Back and side. Breathing. Front, side, and back. 2 more. And circle. Front and side. Beautiful. Back. And last time. Let it go. Front and side. And back. And side. Come to the front. And let's roll up through the spine, straighten the legs. Excellent. So let's go to the diagonal. Let's face this direct diagonal here. Again, our feet are in that parallel position. We've worked a lot with this upper body. Start to use that upper body to help get into the lower spine. Knees are bent. Hands are on the knees. Back is straight. And we're going to reach this arm forward, pressing against this knee, and twist. Try not to let the legs and the hips move, but we're trying to really allow the upper body to move as much as it would like to, twisting. And you notice as you twist, obviously the upper body, the upper torso is getting some stretch there, but you're starting to move into that lower back as you take that twist to the back. We have one more. And reach forward. Excellent. Lift, twist, and come down. Now let's reverse that. So the arm goes down to the back, pushing against that hand against the knee to twist. And we're trying to let our heads follow, our eyes follow what the arm is doing to twist. All the way open, good. Keeping that flat back. It twists, reach, lift up, and to the front. And last one, reach it to the back. Good. Lift it up and come back onto both hands and knees. Now from here, we've still got a nice flat back. Let's take some cats and cows. Deep breath in. As we exhale, hips go under as the head goes towards the hips and the lower back goes to the ceiling. Push through the hips and go into your cow. Using your breath. Again, roll into cat. Push down and go into cow. 2 more sets. Roll, curve it up. Good. Breathe, push it into cow. And last one, rolling up into that cat, feeling that lower back, get some work, and push through into your cow. Good. Let's keep arching all the way down. Knees are bent, trying to lay our chests onto those knees. Heads are loose, and let's just shake that head out. No. And yes. Let's take that once more. Shake it out, no. And yes. Excellent. Rolling up through the spine as the legs slowly straighten. You're going through that cat position and then rippling up through the spine and coming to an upright position. Let's take that to the other side. So here we have our feet still in parallel position underneath our hips. Bend the knees. We've got a flat back. We're going to hold on to this knee here with this hand. And your opposite arm is reaching forward. Now pressing with that hand against that knee, you're going to twist and get that upper body getting into that twist, but it involves the lower spine somewhat, even though you're trying to maintain your hips and your legs in the position they are. Good. And we have 2 more. Reach forward, lift it up, twist, stretch, and last one. And you might feel this in your shoulder as well. Lift, up, press, twist. And now bring the arm down and forward, and we're going to reverse that. Pressing against the knee with that hand, opposite hand as you reach this arm up and around. And we are trying to follow that hand with our eyes. Reach up. We have 2 more. Breathe. Push. Lift. Up. And around. And once more. Push it back. Good. Lift it up and around. And bring that hand to the knee and make sure you've got that flat back position. Let's take the cats and cows once more. Breath in. As we exhale, we're going to press that lower back to the ceiling. Get hips curving under and the head going down towards the hips. Push through and arch. Get that lower back working. And breathe, curve, lift. Push through and arch. 2 more. Roll up through that lower back into your cat. Push through, drop into your cow. And last time, roll lower back up to cat. And push down through and cow. Keeping that arch, we're going to go back down in that arch, trying to lay the chest onto the thighs, heads down. And from here, we're going to gently straighten the legs. So keep that head nice and loose, shake it out. Deepen the plie or the bent knee with the breath in. Exhale, push up. Now here's our first stretch on the hamstrings, so be gentle. We're going to go slow this first time. Hips go up, you go to as straight as you can, and then bend, breathing in. Exhale, and stretch up. Hands are loose. And bend, inhale. Exhale, and straighten. Good. And bend, inhale, exhale, and straighten. Let's see if we can hold this position a little bit. Bring your hands a little further forward. We're going to rock forward towards the balls of our feet, trying to keep the heels at least slightly touching. And then we're going to push back with those hands and try and go into our weight onto our heels. So our hips will go beyond those heels, so you can notice where that stretch happens.
Couple different places, rock forward. Let that head be loose. And push back and stretch. 2 more. And rock forward. Good. And push back. And feel that hip reaching out. Legs are trying to straighten as much as they can. And then rock forward. Again, head is loose. Shake it out. And push back. Good. Okay, come back to your neutral position. So your weight's over the balls of your feet. Bend the knees. And you're going to roll up through the spine. Going through all those positions that we did earlier. And upright. Excellent. Let's shake out a little bit and go to the edge of our mat. We're going to take some squats just to get the glutes moving. So arms are up from here. We're in a parallel position. Squat out to that flat back and lift. So we're sticking our butts out and up. A little bit like what we just did where we were straight legs and moving our hips beyond our heels. We have 4 more. And push it out and lift and push it out. Good. Lift. 2 more. Push and lift. Push it out. We're going to go back down once more. Lift. And we're going to go down and put our fingers in our hands into a fist. Lift one heel up as we pulse. So we have up and lift with the heels. And lift and lift and lift and lift. Swing down and up. And now we'll take the same thing in a rotated position. So we have the heels on the mat, toes out. Again, we're pushing our hips out behind our heels with a flat back. And knees go out over the toes. Lift and out and up and out. Breathe up, out. We have 4 more. Knees go out and lift. Get some back, flat back, up. 2 more. Out, up, and out. Going back down and out. Fists and 1. Change. 2 and 3 and 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come down, lift up. Excellent. Shake that out. Your legs might have gotten a little tired doing that. So let's try and help your legs out there. So we're going to come into a parallel position. Feet are right underneath you. We're going to take that front leg, push off the toe, reach out, and go into a lunge. Now we're stretching out that calf muscle there, and we're going to come up and then bend the back leg, which will start to stretch that calf muscle out a little bit differently. Up, bend, lift, bend, up, bend, front, up, bend back. Once more. Lift, bend front, up, lift, bend back. Let's come back into a position, the starting position. We'll do that with the other leg. And you're sort of more moving forward on that mat. So push through that back foot, reach, and we come into that modified lunge there. Back heel is down. So we're pushing forward on that front knee, come up, and then bend the back knee. And remember, your feet are truly parallel, going in the same direction. Forward, so you feel the stretch on that calf, back calf. Bend the back leg. And bend, and straighten, and bend. We have 1 more. And bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. Bend the legs, bring the legs together. Great, and let's turn around. So now we're going to take this front leg, one we just worked with, and go back into that modified lunge position. So we're pushing through the foot and coming into that lunge. From here, let's straighten that leg up and go into a flat back. So we're working from the hips there, and now we're starting to work on a bit more of a stretch on the hamstring in that front leg. And come up right. Knees between the legs. And flat over. Reach. Lengthen that spine out. Make sure it stays flat. Coming up. And you're folding right from the hip flexors there. Reach out. And lift. And let's take that once more. And reach over. Flat back, lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head, and up. Bend the knees, bring the back leg forward, and let's take it to the other side. So we're pushing through the foot, going into that lunge. Knees between the legs, flat over. So now our emphasis is on stretching the hamstring on the other leg and come upright. And you might find that you have a little bit of a wobble in your body. You're doing some balancing while you're working the hamstring here. Up. And again, fold over. And come upright. Let's take that once more. And fold over. Lengthening through tailbone and the top of the head. Good. And lift. Bend the knees. Come together. And let's turn around. Good. We're going to take one more series here. So we can have our hands stand on the hips there. And we're going to lift this front leg up. And come back into that bent knee lunge there. Now, as we move back into the bent knee on the back leg, we're going to push through and flex on the front foot. So you get more of a stretch through that whole back of the leg. Push through, bend. And come back, bend the back leg. And lift. Good. Push through, bend. Back leg is in. A nice stretch in the calf muscle, the Achilles. Come through and flex. And repeat that stretch once more to this direction. And forward. And try to maintain calmness in the upper body. And come to a bent knee position. Bring the foot together and we'll take it to the other side. So the opposite leg is going to go to the front, pushing through the heel and toe. Come into that bent, modified lunge there. And now as we push back, that back knee is going to bend and the front toe is going to come up. Push through and go back into the front knee bend. Back leg bends. Flex that foot up. Push forward, bend, right. Good. Back leg, flex, lengthen through that leg that's in front, and over, and bend. And last time. Lift, bend, back leg, lift the toe in front, up, come forward, and into your lunge. Bend both knees, come together, and straighten up. Excellent. Let's come to the edge of this part of the mat there. Feet are right underneath the hips. And we're just going to take some simple roll downs into a plank. So top of the head rolls through the upper body, passing through the lower back, through the hips. Bend the knees when you need to. Walking out, and you come to your plank. Hold the plank for a bit. Make sure your hips are down. We're going to rotate the feet and reach the front arm up. So we're getting a side plank here. Reach. Good. Bring that hand down. And let's rotate the feet to the other side. And take that side plank to the other side. Reach. Excellent. And come down. Resume your plank position. Bend the knees. Walk back. Roll up through the spine. Head's the last thing that comes up. And lift. We're going to repeat that. Roll down through the spine. Engaging the abdominals and the core. Bend when you need to. Walk out to that plank. Make sure that hips are down. We're going to reverse it to the other side. So we're going to rock the hips this way and bring the back arm up. Side plank. Make sure you're breathing. And come down. Establish your plank. Rock the hands, the feet the other direction. Lift the other arm up. Reach. Enjoy the stretch and the strength work. And come down. Establish the plank. Bend the knees. Rock back. Rolling through the spine. Coming all the way up. We're going to take 2 more sets. And here we go. Breathing in deeply. Roll down. Moving through that spine. Engaging the core. Bend the knees. Going back out into your plank. Establish that. Now, make your body come towards the front. So your feet are flipping. Reach the arm up. Lengthen. Breathe. Good. Come back down to your plank. Establish it. Rock the feet to the other side. Lift the back arm up. Breathe. Coming back down. Come to your plank. Establish it. Bend the knees. Walking back. Drop the hips down. Rolling through. Lift. And we have 1 more. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Roll through. All the way down. And again, engage the knees. Bend. Stretch. Going into your plank, make sure your hips are in line. Establish that, holding onto the core. Rock the feet to the back. Back arm reaches up. Stretch. Breathe. And come back into your plank. Establish it. Let the legs go to the opposite direction. Front arm lifts all the way up. Beautiful. And come down into your plank. Establish that. Bend the knees. Walk yourself back. Come up, rolling through the spine. Beautiful. Okay. Let's come to the center of the mat. And let's bring our feet into a parallel position right underneath you. And we're going to just roll down again. But we're going to try and maintain our legs as straight as we can. So here we go. We roll down through that spine, similar to what we just did. And then we're going to put our hands on the floor and really push the hips up to the ceiling and keep our legs as straight as we can. Bend the knees. Now we're going to straighten the right leg, but keep the left leg bent. So our upper body is going to twist a bit towards that right, straightening that right leg. Good. Bend both legs. Let that hip be loose. And straighten the left leg. Now you're going to find that you've got some stretches in a number of different places. Keep going. Bend. Breathe. Right leg straightens. Good. And bend both legs. Exhale, straightening the left leg, letting the upper body twist towards that left. And we're going to do two more. And this time I want you to exaggerate that twist. So we have bent knees, straighten the right one. And now see if you can really push that twist around. So you're kind of like looking through that right arm. Good. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. Straightening the left leg and pushing the head through. So you're going to twist all the way through that spine. And two more. Bend both legs. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten that right leg, twisting towards the right. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Bend both legs. Inhale. Exhale. And stretch to the left. Excellent. Good. Coming back down. Let's bend our knees and rotate the legs out. Hands have come forward. And we've got the legs in a rotated position here. And so you're really trying to get those knees out as far as you can. So we're opening up in the inside thigh. We haven't done that much work on the inside thigh, but we're going to do some now. So we're going to shoot that right leg out, and we're going to point it. And we've got this heel lifted. You can have this elbow against that inner thigh to help maintain that rotation. And we're going to flex out through the heel and then push through and point. And you're going to notice you get a little more stretch through the inside thigh. 3 more of these. Flex, push through and point. And flex, push through and point. And flex, push through and point. Now let's flex that foot. We're going to slide the heel out, and you might find you go off the mat. That's okay. And then with that additional length of the heel going out, we're going to point that foot and increase the stretch. From here, we're going to push our hips up and go to the other side. So we've bent now the leg that was straight prior, and we've got the elbow against that inside thigh, and we're pointing the opposite foot. So we have flex, push through, and point. And flex, push through, feeling the stretch in the inside thigh. Good, point. And flex, push through, and point. And flex, push through, and point. Now we're going to take that little extra stretch by flexing the foot, sliding the heel out along the floor to increase the stretch, and then go into that point, increasing that stretch. Beautiful. And again, push up. And let's have our bodies twist, bring the leg back into the mat. And so we have the front leg reaching out to a straight full lunge there. So your hip is going to, this back hip is going to get a nice stretch there. And let's drop the knee down, toe releases, and keep pressing that hip forward. So we're opening up that whole ligament area in the hip. Curl the toe under and press back. Good. Bend the knee down, toe releases. We have 2 more of those. Curl toes, press and stretch. Feel that nice long length. And down and release. And last one, curl the toe under, press
and stretch. Feel that hip going down, so you're really opening up in that hip. Drop the knee down, toe releases. Now we're going to push both hips back and stretch out through that front leg. Since we've done some stretching on this hamstring, you may feel that you can get pretty far over, and then come up, over, and press the hip forward. Good. Lift. Both hips go back and lengthen. Trying to get that front leg as straight as you can and letting the body go over. Make sure that head is loose, shoulders are loose. 2 more. Up, over, and press. And lift and push back. Your foot might start to come off the floor, so if it does, I want you to point that foot. And then coming up, press and push forward with that head. Excellent. Lift and push back and point the foot. We're going to maintain this position. Elbows are loose, shoulders are down. We're going to flex up that front foot. Hips will go back a little bit more to increase that stretch. Push through the ball of foot and point. Flex out. Shoulders remain dropped. Flexing out. And push through and point. 2 more. Flex it out. Push it through and point. And flex it out. Long line there. Good. Push through and point. Bend that front leg. Come back into that back hip stretch. And then push the foot back and go into child's pose. And when you get into the child's pose, I want you to see if you can notice the difference between the back hip and the front hip. The back hip should feel like you can fold a little bit more directly. Head's loose. And then we're going to come up, come into a position on your hands and knees and swing that front leg that used to be in the back into the front position. So you feel that back hip getting a nice stretch there. And let's really experience that stretch. It could be pretty intense. Curl the toe under, press, and go into your full lunge. Try to get that leg as straight as you can. Hip is dropped towards the floor. Bend the knee down, toe releases, and stretch. Excellent. Keep going. Curl the toes, press, pushing into that full lunge. Back hip is getting a good workout there. Release, drop, and toe, hip forward. And curl, press, stretch. Excellent. And knee down, toe, and releases. And now we're going to bring both hips back, straightening that front leg. Elbows are bent, heads are down, shoulders are loose. And we're pushing both hips back to increase the stretch along this front back leg there. And come forward, press the hip forward. Good. And hips go back. Press. Shoulders are down, heads are loose. Shake it out a little bit. Feel the lengthening that happens there on that front leg. Come up. We have 2 more. Come forward. Good. And press it back. Lengthening out. Your foot might come off the floor, so I want you to point it. Really pushing back with those hips. And then come up and forward. Excellent. And then push back, press, and lengthen. Elbows are down. Now your feet are pointed. We're going to maintain this position, and we're going to flex that foot up on the front, increasing the stretch there. Hips go back, and then push through the foot and point. And press back as you flex. Push through and point. We have 2 more. Stretch back, breathe, and push through and point. Last one. And press out into that flex. Reaching out through the heels so you really enjoy the stretch. Good. Come through, point, bend the leg, come forward, and then push that leg back. And go back into child's pose. Elbows are bent, heads are loose. And notice if the fold in your hips now feels more even. And they both have equal ease in being able to fold in this position. Excellent. Let's roll up through our spine. And let's sit down. Bring the legs out in front of us. You might want to scoop to the end of your mat here. Feet are pointed. Divine flesh is out from underneath us. Let's take a forward fold. So the arms are up. We're lifting up out of the hips. Folding out over into that flat back position. Feet are pointed, dropping over. We've done so much hamstring work that this shouldn't feel particularly shocking to do.
but let's see if we can increase the stretch in that hamstring area. So head is loose, elbows are loose. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, reach the arms past, come back to that flat back, coming upright, shoulders are down. Flex the feet, we're gonna repeat that. Lift up out of the hips, going through that flat back, all the way down. Hands come down, lower the body, relax the head, shimmy the shoulders out a little bit. If you can, shimmy the hips out a little bit. You may find you get a little farther forward. Take a deep breath in. From here, as we exhale, we reach the arms beyond those heels and come upright. Let's take that once more in each direct position. Lift, feet are pointed, reaching out, all the way down. And allow the body to settle, shoulders are relaxed. Notice what's being lengthened. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach past those toes, come back up through the spine. Lift, shoulders down, flex the feet. Lift, breathing in, reaching out, coming all the way down. Excellent. Dropping the heads, shimmy those shoulders out. Feel what's stretching out here. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach, coming up. Good. And relax. Excellent. Let's bend the legs up and let's take a little bit of abdominal work. We've still got a very nice straight back there. Let's curve back. From here, reach the arms out. We're going to lift the arms up, keeping that abdominal nice and tight. And you've got that C curve reaching down. Lift it up. Or reach it down. Try to maintain the legs where they are. Lift it up. Reach it out. Good. And lift it up. And reach it out. And we're going to take a twist now. So we're going to go up, twist, and reach the arms out. Keeping that curve. Lift it up, twist, and reach to the other side. Shoulders are down. Keep that curve in that spine. Lift and to the front. Reaching up and twist. Legs stay right where they are. They might want to move those knees, but don't let them up and curve to the front. Lift and to the back. And let's take that once more. And lift, curve to the front. And lift and go over to the side. Other side, good. Coming up right, bring the hands down, push through the spine, rolling all the way up to a straight spine. Good. Let's now roll back down. Bring the legs into you. You've got that lower back on the floor. So again, you're still engaging your abdominals here. So from here, we're going to lift this front leg up. Now we're going to open it to the side, so we're getting a little bit of a stretch through the inside thigh. The opposite leg, your anchor leg is staying straight. Let's drop it down towards the floor. It's still rotated out. And then as it comes to underneath you, you're going to make it into a parallel position. So lift, open it out, drop it to that diagonal, slide it down and bring it parallel. Two more. Lift, open it out, drop it down to that diagonal and come parallel. We have one more. Lift it up. Good. Side, feel that stretch, reach it out. And come into parallel. Come back to the neutral position. Notice how that hip feels. Let's take it to the other side. Knee comes up. Rotate it out. Now the anchor leg, the one that we just were working with, stays straight up, knee to the ceiling. Reach that back leg out to that diagonal and open position. And then come back into that parallel position. And here we go. Three more. Lift. Reach it to the side. Drop it to the diagonal. And then come to parallel underneath. Remember that you're not sinking into the back there. You're trying to really support yourself on the elbows, but you've got that lower back towards the floor. And come back down. We have one more. Bringing the knee into the chest, engaging the abdominals. Reach it to the side. Drop it to the diagonal and come underneath you and come back into your anchor and neutral position. Really make sure that lower back's on the floor. Front leg is going to reverse this whole leg circle. So we're going to reach out. It's still parallel. Rotate it out at that diagonal. Bring the knee to the side. Good. And then come into the chest. Shoot it down and out. Breathing. Rotate it out to the diagonal. It's straight. Then you bend it in. Coming up to the chest. And place it. And we'll reach it out. Two more. Turn it out. Bend it in. Lift. And foot down. Last one, stretch it way out, open it out to the diagonal, Bend it to the side, bring it in, and foot down. Other side. Reach that leg out as parallel. Rotate it out. Bend that knee in towards the armpit. Bring it into the chest, and then foot down. Stretch it out. Reach. Rotate it out. Lift it to the side. Good. And towards the chest. 2 more. Sliding it out is parallel. Rotate it out. Bend it to the side. Bring it into the chest. And last one. Stretch it way out there. Good. Reach it to the diagonal. Bend it. Bring it in to the chest and foot down. Let's push ourselves up by bringing our legs, both legs up, and using the weight of the legs to help push us straight up. Good. Now, we're going to take a little bit of an outside thigh and hip stretch. And so you want to really maintain a straight back. We're going to take that front leg up and cross it over, flex it, and then realign with that flat back. And just in this position, you may already feel some stretch happening. So we're flexing that foot out, shoulders are down. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're pushing with the hands to get our chest closer to that leg. And you should be really feeling this. You'll know where it is. And let's take another deep breath in. Exhale, pushing the chest as it straightens towards that leg. Good. Increasing that stretch. Now, if you need to add more leverage, you can bring your hands a little bit closer to you. Shoulders are down and the elbows may be bent. Deep breath in. Exhale, press that chest forward towards the leg. Try to keep the knee of that working leg out to the side. And last one, deep breath in. Exhale, press and push. Good. Really should feel good stretch there. Now we're going to roll back. So allow the body to roll back and keep the legs in this position. We're going to take our hands and slide them through and still maintain this open position in the top leg. Grab a hold of either the thigh or the calf and give it a little bit more of a stretch. So deep breath in. As you exhale, you're pulling the bent knee underneath you here, that your hands are wrapped around, towards you as you press against that thigh with your front elbow, and you can stretch a little bit more. Good. And come down, release, and allow this leg to come down and relax for a minute. Shake it out. Let the other leg come down and shake it out. Notice any differences you feel from one leg to the other. All right, so let's take another variation on that roll up. We'll bring both legs up. Bring the legs up and over. Now, using the weight of the legs, you're going to help yourself roll up. Good. And come to your bent knee position with your back straight. And let's take it to the other side. So we've got the other leg. You can bring it up and place it, flex that foot, and then realign so that your back is straight. And again, you could, if you wanted to add more stretch, bring this bent leg up a little bit. Hands are behind you. Your elbows are slightly bent. Backs are straight. Deep breath in. As you exhale, press that upper torso towards the leg in front, keeping the back straight. So again, immediately you can feel where the stretch is. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale and press forward. Good. Now, if you need to add a little more stretch for yourself, you can bring the arms a little bit closer to your derriere. Elbows are still bent. Shoulders are down. Deep breath in. Exhale and press torso to that leg. Foot is flexed on that leg. And let's take it once more. Deep breath in. Exhale and press. Really feeling that nice stretch. Beautiful. Good. Now, once again, we're going to roll down, grabbing that leg so you get into a flat back position on the floor with your spine. Bring your hands through so they're either grasping right in the front of the shin there or else in the back of the thigh, whatever works for you. Deep breath in. Keep that foot flexed on that top leg. Elbow goes against the thigh of the top leg. Breath in and then exhale and bring that leg closer to you. Shoulders are down. Really feeling this delicious stretch. We're going to call it delicious. And keep breathing through it and keep trying to bring that leg closer to you. Good. Excellent. And then lower the leg. Allow this top leg to come down, other leg down. And let's just rock our hips side to side. Good. We're going to roll to our side, and we're going to set ourselves up in a long line position. So we've got ourselves on our elbow here, shoulder right underneath the elbow. Bottom leg is rotating out, so the bottom knee is trying to aim towards the floor, and the top leg's trying to aim towards the ceiling. So we've got a rotation in the hips there. We're going to point the foot and come into that passe position that we did at the beginning of class. Bring that leg up, and then we're going to take a hold of this foot and grab it and try and stretch it up and over the head as far as you can go. So now we're getting a stretch to the inside thighs there. And bend that foot down. Let's flex the foot. We're going to grab a hold of that heel and try and drive it behind the shoulder, that knee behind the shoulder, so you get even more of a stretch there. And from here, point the foot, reach and lengthen out. So maybe you can get that leg a little farther out. Bottom foot is staying very pointed, and it's your anchor into the floor, so don't let it wiggle around. Flex that foot, bring the leg in once more. Hand to the heel. Try to get that knee behind your shoulder a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, point the foot, and reach and lift. See how far up you can get. Beautiful. And we have one more. Flex that foot, bend. Taking the hand against that heel. Drive it even farther back. Good. Point the foot, extend, and reach. Beautiful. Now, for those of you that feel comfortable, you're going to follow me. If you feel like you want to just stay right where you are, you can. But if you can, you're going to slide that arm that was underneath you and bring that leg up farther over the head, letting the head rest down so you really feel that gorgeous stretch. Even if you haven't slid down, let's both, all of us, flex both feet. Push through the balls of the feet and point. Trying to bring that leg a little closer to you. Flex, heels press out. Push and point. Good. We have two more. Flex, breathe, push and point. And last one. Flex, out through both heels, push and point. Excellent. Letting the leg come down slowly using the inside thigh. You're going to feel that the legs might feel a little shaky, a little wobbly. Closing it, keeping it rotated out. Good. Excellent. Bend the knees, roll up, and let's take that whole sequence to the other side. So you're going to set yourselves up on that straight line. And we've got our elbows underneath our shoulders there. Bottom leg is rotating out. Top leg is rotating to the ceiling. And you've got that front leg, top leg crossed in front slightly, lifting up through the rib cage. Coming into that passe position with the pointed foot. Lift. Good. Coming up. And then we're going to stretch using the hand up. As far as you can go. This first time you won't get that far, but you're going to really notice the stretch in the inside thighs. Now we're going to bring the leg down, flex that foot, grab a hold of the heel, and try and bring that knee behind the shoulder. And we're really trying to maintain our balance with our bottom leg so that foot is pointed. Point the top leg, reach, and see if you can extend that leg a little bit more. So you get an inside thigh work there. Good. Excellent. Flex that foot as you bend the knee down. Shoulders are down. Breathe, pressing that knee behind shoulder. Point, extend, and reach. How much farther up can you get? Good. Flex that foot. Bend the knee. And hand against that heel. Breathing in, bringing that knee behind. Extend, reach, and lift. And we have one more. Flex that foot. Grab and hold the heel. Take your breath. Bring that knee behind. Pointing the foot, extend, and lengthen. Now you can stay right here. Or if you'd like to follow me, you're going to slide that hand out, bring that leg with you. We're maintaining our position because we've got that bottom leg so strong and pointed. Good. Now, for everybody, whatever position you're in, we're going to flex out through the heels, both heels, bottom heel as well as the top. Push through and point. Let that head be loose. And flex. Good. Push through and point. Two more. And flex. Push through and point. Last one. Flex, push through, and point. Good. Release that leg. In whatever position you're in, the leg is straight, and you're going to go very slowly, feeling the inside thigh, working here, lengthening out and down, making sure it stays rotated out. Excellent. Good. Then bend the knees and push yourself up. Good. Excellent work. Let's have our legs in front of us. We're going to open up into a bent knee position, getting the divine flesh up from underneath so you really are sitting on those sits bones. And let's drop this right leg down. So again, we're working through that hip area. Lift it up. This leg stays anchored and open it out. So we're just going to go forward, rotating, trying to get a little more range of motion in that hip area and out. And two more. Rock it over to the front and open it out to the back. Shoulders down and lift and rock it forward. Excellent. And lift and rock it open. Come back to a neutral position. Let's take it to the other side. Drop it down. You might have one side that feels less willing to do these rotations in the hip. Lift and open. So it's great to be able to help the hip that is a little more reluctant to get a little more range of motion and sort of break some of the habitual patterns that we have as we walk around and sit and move, which is why one hip is probably more challenged than the other in doing this. And last time, going over to the side. Beautiful. And lift and open. Excellent. Let's shoot the legs up, bring them in, and beat them on the floor. And let's just take a few flexes with the feet and pushing the hips so we get some rotation. The hip goes out towards the front, the heel goes past the other heel, and push and change. And repeat that. Push and change. Trying to extend that out and push and change. Now we're going to take two more of these, but I'm going to have you lean back and push it out. So when you do that, you get a little more stretch through the side body there along the opposite direction of the leg that's going out, and shift and change. So you're leaning back with a curve there. And let's take that once more in each direction. Push that heel out as you twist and lean back. And come up, twist, and lean back. Beautiful. Coming up, right? And let's just beat out again a little bit. And let's now come into a wide position here. I want you to go to your limit so that we can really increase that. But again, at the same time, you really need to have the weight on top of those hip sits bones. So you have the divine flesh out. Legs are rotated out. Now we're going to flex our feet and we're going to do some rotation with the legs in the position they are. This is not a recommended rotation for dancers. We don't work this way with our hips when we're sitting in the second position, but we're going to do it just to open up here. So hands forward, rotate the legs in, and you can start to feel some more opening in that hip. And then come up and bring your hands behind and rotate the legs the opposite direction. So there's a little bit of a torso forward and back action here. But I want you to really think of it happening through the hips there. And see if you can get a little farther over, opening up the inside thigh, the top of the inside thigh, and rotate out. We have two more of those. Keeping the heels really pressing out as you rotate forward. Maybe you can get a little farther forward to increase that stretch and go to the back. Good. And once more. And rotate in, feeling that inside thigh. And then rotate out, feeling the inside thigh, but in a different way as you rotate out. Good. Come to a neutral position. Bring those legs together and beat them up. You're really going to feel that up in this whole area. Okay, let's come back out into that nice wide position, realigning ourselves. So we've got the divine flesh out. We're going to maintain a rotated leg here. We're not going to do that roll in. And we're going to go off to the diagonal. So rotate the upper body towards the right, slightly to the diagonal, keeping the legs rotated out, both hips on the floor. Drop the head down. We're rolling through, shooting our hands out as far as we can get. If you want to come to an elbow down on the floor position, you can do that. Keep this hip out So it's really staying in a rotate position and that hip is down on the floor. Head is loose. We're going to take 4 breaths. Deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can inch those fingers out and lower the body towards the floor a little bit more. Head is loose. Breath in. Exhale and reach out, increasing the stretch, keeping both hips on the floor. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching those fingers out. See how far down you can get. And last time, deep breath in. Inch out. Extend those hands out as far as you can and really allow the body to drop. Your head should be dropped. If you can get your forehead to the floor, great. I'm not doing that so that my voice doesn't get muffled, but I want you to reach way out. Feeling the inside thigh, get a good opening, lengthening, increasing the flexibility. Maybe your chest goes to the floor. And relax into the floor. And then we're going to roll up through the spine by using our hands to walk up, coming upright. We're going to take it to the other side. So shift the upper body to the opposite direction. Keep both legs rotated out, hands down. Roll down through that head and then upper body and come to your elbows or a little farther out if you'd like. Remember the opposite hip in the direction we're going to stays on the floor and is rotated. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach those hands out, trying to get the body a little bit closer to the floor, increasing the stretch you feel in the legs. Breath in. Exhale, reaching out. Maybe your body gets to go to the floor. Keep breathing. Shake that head out. Shake the shoulders out a little bit. And 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach those fingers out as far as you can go. Maybe your chest is now on the floor. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Really allow the body to sink into the floor, surrender to the floor, keeping both legs rotated out, feet pointed, feeling the hips on the floor. And then take your hands, roll yourself up as you walk your hands upright and come to an upright position. Let's bring the legs together. Be gentle because they've done quite a bit of work. Get them out. Let's rock the legs in and out a little bit to ease that. Okay, we're going to take one more stretch in our second position. We're going to basically be working into trying to do a split. So I want you to really modify if it gets to be too onerous for you. So we've got our divine flesh up, our weights right on top of the sit bones, and we're going to use our hands to help us too. So, and our arms. So we're going to put our arms, one arm in front, the other behind. Lift yourself up and then reach the hip forward on this side and try and stretch the legs out. So you're really feeling that stretch, not only in the hip here as it twists, but also on that front leg. So you're really opening up into that split position. And you can help support yourself with your hands there and reach. Good. Now lift yourself up, open, and come back to your sitting position. Let's reverse that. So we're lifting ourselves up, twisting that hip, trying to get a straight leg in back and a straight leg in front, and letting that hip come forward and back so straight. So you really feel that twist in this hip and stretch on that front leg. Excellent. And lift yourself up, come back into your open position. We're going to take that once more. If you want to move yourself so that you're a little farther back on the mat and make sure that the back knee is on the mat, so you're not getting it directly on the floor, you can do so. So once again, hands, lift, twist, reach. Maybe you can get a little farther forward in this kind of stretch, in this split stretch, and feel like your shoulders are down and your legs are really getting very straight there. Feet are pointed. Good. Lift up, open, and come to your neutral position. Let's take the other side. Breathe, lift, up, twist. You might have to adjust one of your legs, reaching out. This hip is forward. This leg is straight. Keeping lifted there. Really breathing.
Good. Then push yourself up, open, and come to your neutral position. Let's gently bring those legs together. Good. And let's rock side to side. Excellent. Just to integrate everything that we've done so far today. Perfect. Okay, let's bring the legs up, come into a cross position. Again, divine fleshes out from underneath you, backs are straight. And I want to thank you very much for joining me in this class. Reach arms up, breathing in, clasp your hands together. Bring the hands into your heart chakra and give thanks to your body for doing some pretty extreme stretches today. And know that you carry that flexibility through the rest of the day. Have a great rest of the day. See you next time.